Welcome to the Long Run. I'm Joel.
And I'm Christy.
What are we doing today?
It's time for us to talk about our monthly budget goals.
All right, let's do it. We usually start off with our no spend days, so we're going to start off with that. Our goal was 16 days in March, and did we make that? No, we didn't make that because we did take a trip and
we
a couple other things. So
we knew it was going to be a long shot when we knew our granddaughter was going to be born in March. So we didn't expect that we were actually going to hit 16 because they don't live in the same state as us. So we had to travel and stuff to get to where they were. So
that's right.
We knew it was going to be iffy.
That's right. That's right. All right. So for sinking funds, it was really kind of a lean month this month with our travel and everything. And usually our sinking funds come when I had a bonus at work and I didn't hit a bonus at work. So that kind of hurt us a little bit this month. So
the first few months of the year, every year is kind of iffy whether or not they'll hit their bonus because people spend less money on eating out and stuff.
Yep.
In the first few months of the year.
That's right.
So yeah.
All right. So we're going to go on now to our grocery total. And it was $390 even. It's odd that it came out even like that.
Yeah.
And so we moved $210 into our household essentials sinking fund because that was what was left over. And that's out of a budget of $600 for 3 adults.
Yes. Now, we are going to say, if you saw our grocery haul video, you might be like, y'all didn't spend anywhere near that. What was that? When we went home, when we went to see our son and daughter-in-law, our little Minnie, which is what we call our granddaughter, our little Minnie was born a little earlier than expected.
Yep.
And so they had not really bought groceries and stuff. And so we went out and bought groceries for them and added it to that. So technically we were feeding more than just 3 people with that. And obviously, we know you just had a baby, but we're going to stay with you for a few days. So obviously, we wanted to pitch in anyway because we were eating their food.
That's right.
But also, we just bought them stuff that they were going to need too. So it was an additional amount than what we normally spend. So, that's why it was a little higher than maybe our grocery hauls appeared to be showing. Yeah.
Okay. We also, we want to talk about our side hustle income because we did do some side hustling in March, not as much as we did in February.
Yeah, we're going to start telling you that every month.
That's
what
right.
Our side hustle income was.
So we did a little bit for Uber Eats and we collected about $63.45. Like I said, sometimes we just pick up and say, hey, let's go out tonight and do a couple hours. That's what we do. And so we did $63.45 for Uber Eats and another $9.85 for Spark, which was one Spark order was the $9.85. So.
Right. And because we traveled in the early part of the month, we didn't really go out very much at all. That's why it was so low.
Yep.
I mean, I think that what we've done in April is almost what we did in all of March. So
yeah, pretty much.
March was just a slow month for us as far as that goes.
That's right.
But we're going to start sharing that with you every month if you find that interesting to hear how side hustling, for somebody who maybe has a full-time job or more than full-time job, Joel does, has a more than full-time job, what side hustling income could look like for you. And like we said, usually because he's guaranteed to have Sundays off, after church on Sunday in the evening, we might go out for a couple of hours. And occasionally, if one of the evenings, like Thursday or Friday or something like that, if he's off in the evening hours, we might go out. He isn't always off on the evening hours. If y'all hear any weird sounds on our videos, we have sandhill cranes here in Florida, and they sometimes make noises when
there's a couple walking down the street right out here. We heard them earlier, right before we started recording. But
so if you hear that weird sound, that is the sandhill cranes just letting us know their presence is
That's
there.
right.
And they kind of just roam around whenever they want to.
Right, yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and they don't care. They stand in the middle of the street and just make noises and
That's
stuff.
right.
So yeah. Anyway, so that some of you may have heard us say in some previous videos or live streams that they celebrated Joel working at Chick-fil-A for 10 years.
Yep.
This year at the beginning of the month. And he was given a voucher for a free vacation of his choice. And so we said, if you hear us talking about vacations, we didn't come into a windfall of money, or we're not putting him on credit cards and stuff like that.
Yeah.
He is the free voucher. And so we have talked about some of the things that we're going to use it for, because being who we are, we were like, we don't want to spend it all on one vacation.
Yeah.
So do you want to tell them some of the things that you've decided you're going to do with
Yeah. So we're going to, I've done a lot of community theater acting over the years, not so much since we moved to Orlando, but when we lived in Tennessee, we did a lot of that. We're very active in the community theaters up there. And so I was in a production, I played the Bishop in a production of Les Miserables, and it's been a dream of mine to see a Broadway production of that since I acted in it. And so they don't play it on Broadway anymore, but they do have a traveling Broadway show that comes around. They're coming to Orlando in June, and so I got tickets for that. And then we're going to... They're
not cheap.
Yeah, they're not cheap. And we're up in the nosebleed section. We're like 2 rows from the very back because I got them kind of late. But anyway, so we're going to go see that in June, and then we're going to take a trip to Tennessee to see our kids and our granddaughter again at the end of this month, at the end of April. So that's going to be part of it.
You'll probably see us do more vacations to see her than that, but that particular one is we're going to have the voucher pickup.
That's right. So. And then we debated on where we really wanted to go for our big trip, and so we debated anything from Hawaii to Los Angeles to Aruba to Cancun, Cozumel, all of those areas.
Did you say California?
Yeah, California.
Key West.
Key West. We talked about all of that. And then we just kind of came right back around and decided we wanted to take like a 3-night trip to Disney World. So
and stay in one of the actual
and stay in one of the resorts,
which is something that we normally. I mean, obviously, since we live in Orlando, we don't have a need to do that. But even when we didn't live in this area, we never stayed in like anything other than the lowest priced resorts in the area.
Yep.
So we decided to go for a moderate priced one, something that we would normally never treat ourselves with, but since we're not paying for it, we decided to do that.
So we're going to do that. We're going to stay over there for 2 or 3 days in August, right around our anniversary and her birthday. And so we're going to do that. And
we're also considering adding what they call the Disney dining plan, which means that we wouldn't really have to think about even like what we were going to eat. All of our food would be in the price and everything. It's like a vacation that we normally would never treat ourselves with, but since it's free.
And we would normally do all that booking and stuff ourselves, but we're actually going through a travel agent, Be Our Guest Vacations, which we've used before. So we're having them because anytime the price comes down, there's a discount or something. They haven't dropped the annual pass holder rates yet for August, but as soon as they do, then the price of what we're actually going to pay is going to come down a little bit as well. So,
and those travel agencies do not charge you anything for their service.
There's no charge. You can just call them up and say, hey, or go on their website and say, hey, I want to do this, and they'll send you. They'll ask you a lot of questions, and then they'll send you a package deal and say, this is what you can pay, and
we'll be watching for deals to drop even more. They'll watch for you. So, and then they'll send you reminders of anything that you might want to make reservations for and stuff like that, so you don't have to think about it a lot. we did that when our son and daughter-in-law got married for their honeymoon. We paid for the travel agency to plan their whole trip, and that's what they did. That's how we knew who to go with, because we had worked with them with their honeymoon.
That's right.
So anyway, to see all of that, you'll need to watch out for that on our other channel if you want to see all that, because that's where we show the travel stuff. But yeah, we wanted to say we're not crazy. We're taking a really nice couple of vacations, and like yeah, they're free. So
that's right.
What a blessing. Sometimes it does pay to stay with the company that you work with.
Yeah.
So anyway, like I mentioned, if you are interested in that, check out his channel. If you haven't subscribed, you'll be able to see videos of those trips over there. We might show some of the things that we do to save money on trips sometimes on this channel, but we don't typically show a lot of trips and stuff over here, just because that's not really
what this channel is about.
Yeah, it's not really about that. So, but anyway, if you have recently subscribed to our channel, we thank you so much for coming along. And if you have recently subscribed to his channel, Adventures on the Long Run, we thank you for subscribing on that one as well.
That's right.
All right. Oh, and we have finally signed up for affiliate marketing on our channel, but you'll see we haven't actually turned it on at all yet. As in, we haven't put any links in the description. But I think the next video you see from us, it may be in that description.
Might be.
Yeah.
You never know.
So, we won't be bringing that up unless we are actually talking about a product that we think that will save you money. And we want you to know about it. And that's why it may be in the next video, is because we think that we'll have a product on there that's going to be saving you money.
That's right.
If you buy it. But typically we won't be mentioning it in videos. But if you ever have a question about something that you see us using in a video, feel free to ask, and we'll let you know. We'll make sure that there's a link in our affiliate so that you can get to it.
That's right.
Okay.
All right. So drop us some comments below. Let us know how your budget goals are going. It's like we say every time, it's never too late to set up goals, monthly goals, daily goals, weekly goals, yearly goals, however you want to do that. We love to hear those. Drop us those comments below. All right, we're going to put a video up right here that you can click after we say the thing we always say. That's going to do it today. For the long run, Joel and Christy, I'm Joel.
And I'm Christy.
Don't forget the long run. Give yourself a little grace.